Okay, so what are my thoughts on Offspring's classic album, Ignition? What's going on, ladies and gents in Cyberland? Coming back to you with another album review. This time we're on to number 2 of Offspring's catalog. Ignition. So where do I begin with this one? So, remember when I had mentioned the Real Player thing from Jennifer Lost War from Offspring's first album? So, there was a couple other tracks that I could not fully listen to, but hear clips of, I think 30 seconds. That's some of the stupidest shit I can recall from high school years. Ugh. So, I hear this song, and I don't know, I guess it was because the name of the title just caught my attention, Kick Him When He's Down. And from what I heard, I was like, this looks like it might be good. And then I listened to a couple other tracks, like not fully, but clips, and I was like, I think I need to check this out. So at some point, I don't think I was able to buy Ignition for a long time. At some point I bought it. I don't remember where. I think it was Borders. I think I got it at Borders. I think it was one copy left. And I listened to, really, the funny thing is I would skip all the tracks and just listen and Kick Him When He's Down for a long time. And then at some point I sat down and listened to from Session all the way to the last song of the album. Matter of fact, what was the last song on the album? Because, mind you, when I listen to music now, everything is like 2 albums mixed into one kind of thing. Saves me the space. But let me see. What was the last track on Ignition? And the order was. Forever and a Day. So, when I actually got through this album, I was just like, the elements of Ignition is what made Smash great, and I loved Ignition. I just felt like this is a full-fledged, just punk rock album. Loved every minute of it. There wasn't anything I didn't like. The lyrics were great. The music was solid. The whole encumbrance of the album was just mwah. I loved every minute of it. Sure, the quality could have been better because it was a major label. It was. Epitaph at the time compared to what they became later, the sound quality, wasn't the best, but it was still good. Loved every minute of it. My top 5 tracks were Kick Him When He's Down, Burn It Up, No Hero, Session, and Dirty Magic. And the funny thing is, this album, for a long time, eventually I got the track list down, but for a long time, I would just put this on and never skip a beat. I would, at first when I was kicking When He's Down, I just wanted to listen to that song. But eventually, I would just play this album nonstop. It would never skip a track. It would just go boom, like the track. It was just rotation, 1 through 12, 1 through 12, 1 through 12, just back to back to back to back. I never just skipped a track. I would just go through. However, I remember when I was, my first time getting through the album, I think it was my second or third time, because, again, the vocals, good, but the quality of them, for underground label as opposed to major was a huge difference. And I remember I was doing something in the kitchen. I think I was making something. I forgot what I was, maybe doing the dishes. And all of a sudden I hear, beat all the niggers, beat whoever you see. And I was like, whoa, did I just, what? And I was completely thrown aback, like, no. Did he say, no. So I rewound the track, listened to it again, and I was like, oh, shit, he did say that. And then I was like, wait, which song is this? Because again, non-stop, just go through track. I never really paid attention to the name of the songs at the time. And then I was like, which song is this? And I was like, oh shit. LAPD. This album came out in 92, and it was, you know, I gotta say that it was very ballsy for this band to have that song on an album, because again, you know, that word is very it causes issues for people, certain people say it and certain people don't. I'm just going to tell like it is. And for you here, a guy from Orange County, to say that, even though the shit was true, for the time period, it's just, you actually hear that and like, and nobody bats an eye. It's kind of like Billy Joe said it on 21st Century's American Eulogy. It's the same thing, like, oh shit. And then it's not until, you know, years later that people will make comments and say, how could you say that? And this is, I'm like, dude, it's music. But at the same time, it's just like, this is, again, what I think I've said before, a problem with music right now is people never pay attention to lyrics. They only pay attention to the dopamine hit of music and don't care about anything else, not understanding, dude, some of these people could be saying some real wild shit. And you're just bobbing your head, or you're just like grooving because you aren't paying attention. They could be talking about killing children or something, killing babies, or molesting people, and saying, yeah, you should be allowed to do that, you know, and you're just enjoying yourself. Anyway, my point is, after listening to that song again, I went back through, because I don't think this album for the booklet had the lyrics, but I went through and I purposely went to find the lyrics for these songs, and I was, you know, Dirty Magic was really caught my attention, even though it was re-released later. But just, you know, Burn It Up too, and I was just like, you know, Dexter is a really good lyricist to me. I was really impressed with how this album was done. Couldn't imagine what was going to come later though, but you know, it is what it is. But I could see how Smash ended up becoming what it was, because this album was just so fucking good. So, for those watching, if you have listened to Offspring, definitely check out this album. If you've never heard Ignition, definitely check it out. If you like Smash, I couldn't see how you would not like Ignition. It's almost like they recorded two albums, but they separated the tracks, because there's so the energy is so they don't let up. Neither album lets up, but it's just like, were these all recorded at the same time? You know, they just give that vibe. So, with that being said, you know, just cue the music.